Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to do a review on my 2018 Chevy Colorado LT Redline Edition. So a few months ago I got this truck after driving a 2005 Colorado for the last 15 years or so. And here she is. But now I've got a couple little ones, so I needed a crew cab for some car seats in the back. So after driving it for a few months, I figured I'd go ahead and do a review on it. So this is a 2018 Chevy Colorado LT Redline Edition. It had 23,000 miles on it when I got it. It's a crew cab with a short box. And now listen, I'm not going to lie to you. After driving my 2005 Colorado with an inline 5-cylinder in it for 15 years, all the new trucks felt nice when I was test driving them. With all the new technology, the screens, backup cameras, V6 engines, etc. So it's going to be hard for me to be that negative at all about this truck, but I'm going to try and not just sing its praises, although I am very happy with it. Over the last few months I have come up with a few cons that I'll go over with you. But first I'm going to go over all the features it has with you and why I chose this truck over the other mid-size trucks. Then I'll go over the cons and some pros and test drive it. So let's get started with the features. So let's start with the engine. It's got a 3.6 liter V6 variable valve timing direct injection engine. It's got 275 pound-foot of torque, 308 horsepower, an 8-speed automatic transmission, a towing capacity of 7,000 pounds, and 1,500 pounds max payload. Now let's start with the exterior features. A locking and dampened tailgate. They call it an easy lift and lower tailgate. I've just got a piece of paper on here covering the dealer sticker for the video. I need to get that off. On the back bumper, it's got a corner step and a handle to help you get up here pretty easy. I've used that a lot already. It's got an automatic locking rear differential, a trailering equipment package, and a polished exhaust tip. It's got the body colored dual power heated mirrors with the little blind spot mirror. The headlamps are halogen. Because of the Redline package, you get an 18-inch wheel instead of the standard 17 on a LT. High gloss, blacked out. The red stripes on the wheel, which honestly I could live without, but it's fine. The Redline comes with the off-road assist steps and the red tow hooks. It also includes a spray and liner, which is important to me because while this is my daily driver, I'm also going to haul some stuff. Here's a load of scrap metal I just took in the other day. The blackout appearance package came with the black bow tie on the front and the back, and the red border on the Colorado badge, which I really like. It also came with the LT convenience package, which included the rear sliding window, the rear window defroster, the body colored mirrors, the front fog lamps, and remote start. Onto the interior, it's blacked out. It's got cloth seats, all-weather rubber floor mats. The crew cab to me felt bigger and roomier than the Tacomas or the Rangers that I sat in, and that's one of the reasons I picked the Colorado over the other mid-size trucks, is because I needed to fit 2 car seats back here. So I left them in here so you could see how well they fit for the review. It's also got 2 USB ports back here if the kids need to charge their tablets on a trip, and it's got a 12-volt. The back seats do fold down for storage, but I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon here with the car seats in there. It's got a 4-way power seat adjuster. The seat back adjuster is manual. It's got power windows, and the driver window is express up down. I love the gear shifter right here. It's also got 2 cup holders. It's got a rubber liner that you can take out if you want to clean it. I'm in the driver's seat right now, and this is your driver information center right there. It's going to give you all your information about the vehicle. The controls for that are right here. I know right now I've been getting about 19 miles per gallon. On the front left side of the wheel is your cruise control. On the back of the left side is your preset controls, and on the right side is your volume. On the left side, you've got your light controls, And your 4-wheel drive controls, you've got 2-wheel, auto, 4 high and 4 low. On the visor, there is lights and a mirror. It has a MyLink radio with an 8-inch touchscreen. Backup cameras right here. Comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's got a USB port down here and a 12-volt. Hazards, traction control, bed light, and tow haul mode right here. If this were upper trim level like the Z71 or the ZR2, there'd be heated seat controls right here. OnStar controls right here on the rear view mirror, a dome light, and a sunglass compartment. The interior is definitely nothing flashy. It's a lot of plastic. Personally, I just don't need flashy. I'm more concerned with how the truck feels when I'm driving it and how I feel sitting right here in the driver's seat. All right, I have noticed a few cons over the first 5 months of driving this. So what are they? First of all, every time I start it up, I seem to get some type of notification. Like right now, it's saying to change your engine oil soon. That's not true. I've got 1,000 miles to go before the minimum amount of miles to get my oil changed. So that's kind of annoying. I have to dismiss that all the time. If it's below 32 degrees, it gives you an ice warning every time you start it up and you have to dismiss it. So it'd be nice to turn that off somehow. So if you know how to do that, drop me a comment in the comments below on how to turn these notifications off. Another con or just thing I think could be improved would be a keyless start with a push button. My Honda Odyssey is a 2015 and it has that and I really like it. It's got a middle compartment that's got a lot of room and even got a USB port in here. But one complaint is that on the driver's side door, they fit in 3 rows of compartments here. Now the problem with that is that they're all so shallow that it's hard to get anything to stay in there. If you put something in here and you take a turn, it tends to want to fall out. Personally, I would have preferred if they would have just put 2 rows of compartments and made them a little deeper so that stuff would stay in there. Some newer vehicles are going to dual climate control. That would be nice as well. My wife is always cold and I'm always hot, so it'd be nice to have different temperatures on either side. And the last con, or maybe it's just more of a worry, is these switches. These switches look exactly the same as my old 2005 Colorado, and in that truck almost all the switches went bad. I had to replace almost all the switches because of issues with the locks and the windows, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen in this truck. So why did I choose a Colorado over the other midsize trucks that I test drove? Everybody's got their most important factors when it comes to deciding on a vehicle. For me, it came down to price and just how I felt sitting here in the driver's seat. The Tacoma felt like I was sitting on the floor with my legs up in the air and like the windshield was narrow with limited visibility. The Ford Ranger felt like I was sitting up high and it felt really narrow in the cabin. The Colorado didn't feel that way. It felt roomy in the cabin and it felt comfortable in the driver's seat. The crew cab on this also just seemed more spacious than the Ranger and the Tacoma. Let's take it for a test drive. Alright, I wanted to let you hear it roll through the gears once, and now I'm going to go over some pros of the truck while I'm test driving it. And my first pro is just that. I like how this truck shifts. I really came down to this and the Tacoma as my last 2 choices, and honestly that was one of the big deciders for me, was I felt like this truck shifted better and smoother than the Tacoma. I liked how the Ranger drove as well, but something about that turbo boost 4-cylinder makes me nervous. I've just heard some stories about them not lasting very long. When driving the Colorado, it definitely feels like a truck, but it kind of handles like a big SUV at the same time. You definitely feel steady on the road. It accelerates well onto the highway, as I'll let you listen to here. The seat was the most comfortable for me, and I felt like it had the biggest range of vision out of the windshield. Some other pros for me after driving this truck for 5 months: I really love the leather wrapped steering wheel. I really like the Apple CarPlay, and I'm a big fan of the auto setting in the 4-wheel drive. I got this truck right at the start of the winter, so I did get to drive it in the snow a decent amount. And when there's just a little bit of snow on the ground, the auto setting is perfect because it'll just kick it on when you need it and shut it back off when you don't need it. You don't have to turn it on and off manually. And that's it. If you're shopping for a mid-size truck, hopefully this video helps you make a decision. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.